Hello, everyone. I'm in the hoodie today. I'm not asking any questions, but anyway, so we have some pretty. Uh, I'm almost afraid to say good news, but considering everything else that we've been hearing and what the American people have been going through during this perilous time that we're living in currently, this is good news. I'll just go ahead and say it. So, in regards to the COVID relief bill, we've seemingly got some there's seemingly light at the end of the tunnel here. So, uh, news has come out that it seems like Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley taking a stand on the Senate floor has kind of propelled forward COVID relief for the American people. So basically, before there was a stimulus bill with no stimulus. It wasn't even a stimulus bill. It was just a bill. And so basically it was a bunch of liability for corporations so they wouldn't get sued and a bunch of other nonsense that didn't need to exist really at all. It was just a bunch of essentially what the first bill was, but without stimulus checks, just corporate welfare. And so over the course of these past couple of days, they've done increases in the defense budget, and those have gotten bipartisan support. And of course, those bills always get passed very easily, and it shows you who runs the country. Okay, at times like these, you really see who run the country, and it's a very stark example of why we need to get money out of politics, and we need to do it quick, fast, and in a hurry. Okay, all these defense companies, I won't go down the list, or maybe I will. Boeing, Halliburton, Honeywell, Raytheon, Lockheed Martin, the list goes on. They're just taking money away from the American people with the insane military budget that we currently have and are currently still piling on. So, with the combined efforts of two senators, okay, in opposition with 98, they somehow managed to get some kind of stimulus included into this new COVID bill. Now, I say it's good news because people are going to get some kind of economic relief, some kind of material well-being, which is what they needed throughout this entire process that they lacked. People yearn for economic relief, material needs, material well-being, and those needs aren't being met by the people that are supposed to meet them. So what they're saying is, and so I don't really know the correct number. I just present the information to you as I receive it. I don't have any kind of inside information or anything like that, but they're saying somewhere around $600 of the sort that they will give to the American people. Now, I don't know if that's $600 per family or per every person, per the individual. I'm not sure how it goes, but whatever it is, it's needed. It's needed. Like, that money is vital to a lot of regular working people's survival. And so before I get into because I screenshotted something that has more of what the legislation entails, I want to talk about something really quickly. So remember that video I did a couple days ago about Stephanie Rule and how she came at Bernie Sanders, for not getting anything done and what the fuck, and oh, what are you doing? Do you need to find another route? Here we go. Here we go. The Amendment King. The Amendment King back at work. Back at work. It was him and one other guy, Josh Hawley, up against 98 other senators, and they managed to get something done. Bernie Sanders stood there. If you watched what he said he's not letting them go home for Christmas until they get some concessions. And guess what? That's exactly what he got. The guy's a pioneer, man. And every time I see stuff like this, it hurts me that he's not the one that people are calling the president-elect. But anyway, I don't want to go down that rabbit hole. But, I mean, look at that. Do you think what Stephanie Rule and those people at MSNBC are going to champion his efforts here? Or Josh Hawley's efforts here to get this stimulus put into the COVID relief bill? No, no. Why would they ever do that? You see what I mean? You see how disingenuous these people are? Literally, days after that happened, we get this. Ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. And also, this also shows you that if you put up a fight, good things can come as a result of it. Now, I don't really want to touch on this too much, but I plan to make a video and upload it about how AOC and, the progressives that are in Congress right now are seemingly bowing their heads before power, for lack of a better term. They're criticizing them, but they're not taking action. You see, this is what happens when you take action. You get things as a result of it. This is what happens when you're radical and kind of crazy and you don't care. This is what happens when you have enemies and you know that your enemy is your enemy and you go after them. This is what can come as a result of that. Now, as I said, this is, it's not $1,200, okay? But this is something. And so I want to read out to you a couple of the other implementations that will be here in this new COVID-19 relief legislation. So this is from the Hill. So a $300 unemployment plus up. Remember, they axed the $600 way back when, a couple months ago, and $300 damn sure isn't $600. It's actually half of it, but people need it, man. Just bring it on. People need it. So pandemic unemployment, PPP extension, there goes the bone to the small businesses. Education funding, vaccine distribution, COVID testing extension, student loan forbearance, which is one of the things that will end at the end of the year. Eviction moratoriums are extended over an extra month. That was set to end on December the 31st. We have 28 million people looming on homelessness, 28 million renters, rental assistance, and SNAP increase, extra food for people that can't afford it. So moral of the story is, guys, when you set your mind to do something, even if it's 2 against 98, which in this situation it was, you can get something out of it. And, it really warms my heart to know that people are going to get something. People that need these this economic relief are finally going to receive something. But it also shows you that, we reside in a country where the government doesn't give a shit about the people that it's supposed to serve. I mean, they're passing defense budgets left and right. It took Bernie Sanders to say, we're not leaving, because he wouldn't co-sign, because they needed unanimous consent for this government funding thing, and he wouldn't co-sign on it. And, they want to go home for Christmas break. And so I believe that's what eventually led to them adding the stimulus into the COVID relief bill. And this is what happens when you twist arms. This is what happens when you do it. This is what happens when you play hardball, okay? And it doesn't take a genius to see this, guys. Politics isn't difficult. But anyway, I'm glad that the people are finally getting something, even though it's not what we want. They're getting something because they need it. And hopefully things will get better later on down the road.